Welcome back to Totally Based. I'm Joey Gaskin, and today we got to talk about Russell Brand. But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on new content from me. Now let's get to it. All right, guys, so I don't know if you've seen this story about Russell Brand, but this story is smoldering and it is constantly gaining more and more steam by the moment. The latest story is that YouTube has suspended Russell Brand. Again, if you don't know what's going on, Russell Brand has been accused of sexual assault and rape. And it's really unfortunate for him because it seems to be that he is the next celebrity to be canceled. So I don't know, Russell Brand, if you know his brand at all, brand tongue in cheek, if you know his brand at all, you know that when he first came out, he was pretty much this rock star, actor, comedian, kind of like this like sex god in a way. Like he just made himself just this kind of like Steven Tyler type guy. I don't know. I just remember seeing him and just thinking like, oh, like what's his deal? He was in all these movies and he exuded sex. And I don't know, I guess ladies were attracted to that. Apparently they were. But anyway, his whole brand was sex. That's what he promoted. And so as years went on, eventually he decided to step out of the arena of Hollywood and to, begin to, I guess, kind of go on this journey of finding himself and finding what he believes in. And he began to put out his own content that now actually goes counter to the narrative of Hollywood. And so to have these allegations come out of women that are saying that he raped them, that there was sexual assault, for me personally, I feel like, you never know. I mean, he was on the other side of the fence. He was doing these things. He was having sex a lot. But so anyway, all this stuff has come out and Russell Brand actually put out a statement. Here's what he had to say.
I've received two extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of. And we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices. And I mean my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous consensual conduct in the past. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these two mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack. Now, I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked, and plainly they are working very closely together.
All right, so there you have it from him. Now, there have been multiple women that have come forth saying that Russell Brand sexually assaulted them. I think there's 4 particular cases right now where one woman is actually saying that Russell Brand raped her. She's saying he didn't use a condom and that there's medical evidence of that. There's another woman who said that she was 16 when she and Russell Brand engaged in a sexual relationship and he was in his 30s. And the other incidents, these women are saying that he either physically or emotionally abused them when there was sexual assault in those cases as well. So Obviously, the man is in hot water right now, and it's really unfortunate because I think what he's trying to do right now in his career is really positive, and he kind of had this start where he was in Hollywood and he was, promoting pretty much sex with his image, and that's kind of definitely taken a 180 as of late. And so here's what people are saying right now. People think that the reason why all of this is taking place now, because these incidents, which apparently took place somewhere between 2006 and 2013, I think one of them was 2003. But these incidents, they took place a long time ago. Why is this happening now? People think that this is happening because of a clip that recently went viral. Check this out.
Yes. Out of respect for you and your show, I've brought some facts. Would you? If you like, they're actually.
You just get the fuck out of here. This is not the place.
I thought you'd like facts.
We love facts. I love facts.
I wouldn't have mentioned it. I'm English, and you know that politeness is our fundamental religion.
Yeah.
But they do pertain to this issue, so may I say some of them? If they inconvenience you, I'll stop saying them. The pandemic created at least 40 new big pharma billionaires. Pharmaceutical corporations like Moderna and Pfizer made $1,000 of profit every second from the COVID-19 vaccine. More than two-thirds of Congress received campaign funding from pharmaceutical companies in the 2020 election. Pfizer chairman Albert Bourla told Time magazine in July 2020 that his company was developing a COVID vaccine for the good of humanity, not for money. And of course, Pfizer made $100 billion in profit in 2022. And may I just mention, finally, and this is also a fact, that you, the American public, funded the development of that. The German public funded the BioNTech vaccine. When it came to the profits, they took the profits. When it came to the funding, you paid for the funding. All I'm querying is this.
Yes.
Is if you have an economic system in which pharmaceutical companies benefit hugely from medical emergencies, where a military-industrial complex benefits from war, where energy companies benefit from energy crises, you are going to generate states of perpetual crisis, where the interests of ordinary people separate from the interests of the elite.
And so YouTube has come out now, and they're suspending Russell Brand for violating their creator responsibility policy, which, who knew, what you do outside of YouTube impacts your channel? Apparently it does. Apparently he can't make any money off of his videos, off the ads on his videos, until they say when.
YouTube has announced that it has suspended the monetization of his channel for violating its creator responsibility policy. 4 women have accused Russell Brand of rape, sexual assault, and emotional abuse. Russell Brand denies the allegations. Well, let's get more on this with our correspondent, Vincent McAviney, who's outside the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police in London. Vinny, what more can you tell us?
Well, Russell Brand might have disappeared from more traditional media outlets over recent years, and he's no longer in Hollywood films, but he's built a huge following across social media on the likes of Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. He has millions of followers, and on YouTube in particular, he has over 6 million subscribers. He posts videos near daily, and he has monetization on them, which means that YouTube puts adverts from other companies before and after, sometimes in the middle as well, of those videos. Viewers will be familiar with them. Now, he gets a cut of the revenue from those adverts. I contacted Google yesterday, which owns YouTube, to ask them whether or not that was now under review, given the serious nature of the allegations. As you say, Russell Brand denies them, but they are still serious allegations. They didn't respond yesterday, but this morning they have come back with a statement saying, "We have suspended monetization on Russell Brand's channel for violating our creator responsibility policy. If a creator's off-platform behavior harms our users, employees, or ecosystem, we take action to protect the community." Now, I've checked Russell Brand's YouTube this morning. The account is still there, but the monetization adverts, they're no longer there. There is, however, what is called paid promotion. So you might be familiar with YouTubers, sometimes in the middle of their video, they themselves will stop, look at the camera and promote a product or a website or a service. Now, YouTube is listing at the top of the video that there is paid promotion. That is still there. So potentially Russell Brand still can derive money from those videos through whoever did that paid promotion. Now, the other news that's emerged in the last 24 hours is from here at New Scotland Yard, the headquarters of London's Metropolitan Police. Now, they haven't named Russell Brand, but they have said that a woman has come forward to make an allegation of sexual assault in 2003 in Soho in central London. That is before the period, which was 2006 to 2013, of the weekend's revelations, but it comes after the Met put out a call for anyone that has similar allegations to come forward to them. She is now being supported by specialist officers. Russell Brand, as I said, denies the allegations. He was meant to be performing at a theatre in Windsor, but that date and the rest of his current tour have been postponed. He is likely now to face an investigation from the Metropolitan Police, who will want to speak to him.
Vincent, thank you very much. Vincent McAviney speaking to us there. Thank you.
Which, for me, I'm thinking like, well, he hasn't even been convicted of anything. Man's not necessarily been proven guilty of anything, and you're suspending his account. I don't know. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Russell Brand, his shows have been recently postponed. He's doing this bipolarization tour. It's a one-man comedy show. This comes from The Guardian. Russell Brand's shows postponed after allegations of sexual assault. Promoters cancel comedians' one-man theater shows in Windsor, Plymouth, and Wolverhampton. The promoters of Russell Brand's stand-up show have pulled his appearances over the next 10 days, while the actor and comedian's publisher announced it was pausing all future book projects with him. Now, see, that's just ridiculous because they're distancing themselves from him too. I feel like he's just not getting actual justice. Let justice prevail, right? You have these women who are coming out. They're not even showing their faces, and their word is all of a sudden gospel. Like, what chance does he get? He has none. And that's kind of the whole point, I guess. He is definitely being canceled on all fronts. I'm not going to read the rest of this, and you guys can go read the article if you'd like to. I'll put it down in the comments. But I just think that what's going on right now says a lot about our culture, says a lot about where we are. And we really have to figure out how we can actually fight this, because if this is how justice is played out, then this is really not equality like they say they want. They always say that too, right? They want equality. Women want equality. Well, let him have his word equal the same weight as yours. How about that? You know, let that happen. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like the content I'm bringing to you, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.